Yes, very nice. Okay, just a small introduction of the Buddha so you'll understand the Buddhism of in Sri Lanka. Because original Buddha he was born in India. That time it was India. That's why now it's Nepal. The half of it is in Nepal, other side is in Indian side. Because he was born in India, means in Nepal, that's the area. And he was born into a royal family. His father was a king. He was a King Gautama. But that's why they call him the Gautama Buddha. But when he was born, before he was born, the queen was dreaming about a white elephant. Then she went and told the king, I had a dream, white elephant coming around me and entering me. It's like that. Then of course, the king thought something different and he asked the astrologers to come and predict the dream. Then they said, oh, a supreme person will be born. She's going to give birth. That's it. Okay, so she was pregnant and on the 9th month, she was going to give baby. She was going to a mother's place to give birth. So even before she could reach the mother's place, she gave birth to the prince in a garden of sal trees. Okay, and then what they say, immediately when he was born, he walked 7 steps. That's a mystery. It's not usually. It's not happening.
You said
So
7?
He walked 7 steps. So sometimes the temple paintings you can see that 7 lotus flowers. On the 7th flower is standing the prince, the baby. Okay. And then this was mystery. Then they asked the astrologers to say what's the meaning, what's happening. And then he invited 7 astrologers. Out of that there was the younger one and the other senior ones. Senior ones all said he's going to be a Buddha, enlightened person or a king. But the youngest one, the astrologer said, no, he's definitely going to be an enlightened person. So what happened was the king, he wants his son, the prince, to become the future king, not to be an enlightened Buddha. Then he was kept inside the palace, the education was given, so that future king, what he has to learn, whatever education. And then after that, when he was 16 years old, he was given in marriage. And then later, so he was growing up, and then he thought, oh, now he's going to be the king. So he wants to go out of the citadel and see. And then he told his father king, okay, if I'm going to be the future king, I want to look at the citadel. Can I go out of the citadel and see my people? Then they let him ride the horse with his friend. So they went out. But the king had organized to that he might get discouraged looking at some bad things, to hide the bad things away so that he can see only the good things. But still, the world is like that. You cannot hide everything. So when he was going, then he saw a sick person. Then he was asking for a sick person. He said, okay, people fall sick. It's like a leper or something badly sick person. And then he saw the old people. And then after that, he saw a dead body being carried away. And then later he saw the hermits walking in the streets. The Hinduism, the oldest religion, so Hindu hermits, John Morgan. Then he said, what is this, the hermits? Then he said, when the person is born, they go through this. They get sick, they get old, then they die, Then Prince Siddhartha, he was not happy. He started worrying, he started thinking why the people are suffering. So if I am the king, I should try to give a solution for the suffering of the people. People can't suffer like this. So he was thinking, so when he was about 29 years old, the son, on the day the son was born, he left the palace. The night he left the palace, that's what's called the Great Renunciation. He left the palace, crossed the river, and went across. Then there was the horse and his friend who came, he cut his tail,